We're Nctv45.
Entrusting your loved one to a funeral director is a very personal and emotional decision.
The William and Roger DeCarbo Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1941.
At MP Coney Island, it's all about the chili and has been for nearly 100 years since we opened in 1923 with our chili locator on our website. Want to own your own MP Coney Island? Now you can with our franchise system. At MP Coney Island, it's all about the chili.
Because you deserve more. It's 4-star pizza. We deliver to
Nctv45 presents The Thought for the Day. Monday through Friday, we give you a message of spirituality and inspiration.
Hello and welcome to NCTV45's Thought for the Day. Today's thought about joy. The soul of one who serves God always swims in joy. Always keeps holiday and is always in the mood for singing. This from St. John of the Cross. For NCTV45, I'm Angelo Perrotta, and this was the thought for the day. Have a great day. Hello and welcome to Nctv45 Newswatch Midday. Currently 34 degrees in Lawrence County. We'll get to more in Lawrence County 45 weather. And let's take a look at some things. Really mark your calendar. January 20th, the Now Group, Nourishing Others' Well-Being, will take place again. This at the 8:30 on the 20th. Food for 1,600 families. That will be at the Cascade Galleria. Meat, milk, eggs, assorted fruits, vegetables, and shelf staple items. Make sure that you let some folks know. Now, the Hoyt classes, winter classes, begin tomorrow as they are closed today. Make sure you sign up online or give them a call, show up in person. As we continue on with our new Newswatch, quite a few stories. This one, as Josh is going to enlighten us about First Presbyterian Church and some of the things they're doing today.
Hello and welcome into NCTV45. Another great news story here for you. Live at the First Presbyterian Church at 125 North Mercer Street. Mondays, noon to 3, right here at the First Presbyterian Church. It has board games, Weibo card games, checkers, and there's a whole lot more. It's games, and more games at the First Presbyterian Church, and you probably watch their service here, right on NCTV45. Also, a reminder, on Wednesdays, has Bible study at 1 p.m. So many great events here to check out at the First Presbyterian Church, and don't forget that we will have their Sunday services live at 10 o'clock. So, I'm Josh Herner, reporting live for NCTV45.
Thanks, Josh. A lot of great information there. And, you know, today, All Pro Dads, and this is a great thing. All Pro Dads chapters provide an opportunity for dads to spend quality time with their children that will strengthen their relationship. For 1 hour each month, you'll get to join other dads, kids at the school for fun, memory-making events. When dad is actively involved in the child's life, the child will have better grades. And that also behavioral issues seem to disappear. And it just makes for a better relationship with father-child relationships. This all going on and at George Washington and Lockley Okay, and that's tonight, so make sure you check it out. At 6, it will be a great time. Now, we're going to take this break, head over to sports. We'll be right back. You're watching NCTV45. This program was provided through funding from Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. A special thanks to Cedars, featuring Middle Eastern, Italian, and American cuisine. Hello and welcome to Lindy's Lunch. Yes, whether it's their great breakfast or just like it says, lunch, it's great anytime. Yes, it's Lindy's Lunch. For the best, stop by. Give us a call. Hello and welcome to the Cedar Sports Corner Report. Let's get to the NBA as they have a little bit of action today. Here you go. It's the Chicago Bulls traveling to Charlotte at 7 o'clock. Now, the Boston Celtics will take on Indiana at 7 o'clock. Oklahoma City at the Washington Wizards, 7 o'clock. Houston at the Miami Heat. That game at 7:30. Utah taking on Milwaukee, 8 o'clock. And then your nightcap on NBA TV. Phoenix takes on the LA Clippers, 10:30. And that will close out your action in the NBA. Now, in the NHL, 4 games starting at 7 o'clock. Vancouver at the New York Rangers. Now, the Pittsburgh Penguins, they're on the road taking on the Flyers of Philadelphia. Let's go, Pens. As every time Pens get a win, that's great. Dallas at Minnesota, 8 o'clock. That game on the plus. The Pens on NHL Network at 7 o'clock. Boston at Colorado, 9 o'clock. That game on the plus. That flips you into college basketball. And coming off what was a weekend of local action, games start at 7 o'clock on your Monday. Northeastern at Monmouth, CBS Sports Network, that game at 7 o'clock. Maryland Eastern Shore at Chopin State, 7:30, that game on the plus. 8 o'clock. Houston Christian taking on Texas A&M Corpus Christi, that game on the plus. As you get to 8:30, Alabama State at Arkansas Pine Bluff. And your nightcap, Prairie View A&M at Southern. That game, 9 o'clock. So head over to Cedars, get some great food, and by all means enjoy the games. We're going to take a time out. We'll be right back. Allie's Upper Crust at 1700 Highland Avenue has a full menu. Don't forget to give them a call at 724-652-7553. It's Allie's Upper Crust. This program furnished by Sporting Goods, 23 East Washington Street, Newcastle. Call 724-658-2535.
Los Amigos! Ladies and gentlemen, if you need a good bite to eat, make sure to check out Los Amigos. They got you covered with things such as tacos, burritos, moca gente. It's Los Amigos. Los Amigos! Los Amigos! Los Amigos!
NCTV 45 Midday Newswatch rolls on. And remember to check our morning show, as you'll get those birthdays and wish whomever on the list a happy birthday. Now, home buyer classes tomorrow, and that's Understanding Your Credit Report. This will be at First Presbyterian Church from 6 to 8. Make sure that you get there and participate. Now, with that, let's go to Josh, who has a story on new business.
Nctv45. We got a great news story here for you, reporting live from the offices of Marla Brown here in Washington Center in downtown Newcastle. Speaking of her, we got a great news story coming up about her. She introduced new legislation to assist small businesses. Representative Marla Brown of Lawrence County has introduced legislation to expand startup fee exemptions for more small businesses in the Commonwealth. She stated, as a chairman of the subcommittee on small business for the House Commerce Committee, I'm making it my priority to support small businesses in my district and in all of the Commonwealth. Brown is working with representatives all across the Commonwealth, but specifically in Allegheny County on the bipartisan legislation. In 2016, the General Assembly provided an exemption for veteran-owned and reservist-owned small businesses from certain state and local business startup fees. House Bill 1905 would expand the current exemption to include women-owned, service-owned, disabled veteran-owned, minority-owned, disadvantaged businesses, and businesses with 5 employees or less. In addition, all other small businesses would receive a partial exemption. The legislation also requires the Pennsylvania Department of State to report the number of small businesses that have benefited from the exemption. Not only are the majority of jobs in the United States created by small businesses, but they are a major source of innovation, economic growth, and national prosperity, said Brown. House Bill 1905 will be referred to a House committee for consideration. So, reporting live from the offices of Marla Brown and for NCTV45, I'm Josh Herner.
Well, thanks, Josh, as we get back to our Newswatch Midday. And Josh, Angelo doing a great job out there getting the stories out that you need to know about, and we're happy to do that for you. February 17th, the Union Scotties. Let's go, Union. This is the Union Boosters Night at the Races. Costs $35 per person, and it's a great night out. Be able to see old friends, and doors will open, and then the races begin at 7, so make sure you get there. It is a great time. With that being said, it's time to talk about the Hoyt again, as they have this great exhibit. This will be open tomorrow. You should get there. This is about World War II and capturing life from December 7th, 1941, a day that will live in infamy. Make sure that you check out the Hoyt for these great art exhibits. And follow our stories, as we've been giving a lot of great updates on the Hoyt and the things that they're doing. Now, you know, Lawrence County in the winter can be brutal. We are going to be heading into some periods of rain, precipitation, and let's take a look at winter driving with Josh.
Welcome into NCTV45. Today we got a great story for you. Winter driving puts your skills to the test. 10 ways to keep you safe on dangerous highways during this winter season. Winter driving season is most challenging to our nerves, vehicles, and skills. The scenario is too familiar. Temperatures drop, snow falls, and ice forms. It's a losing trifecta. Slippery roads cause many of us to shudder behind the wheel. Our family commutes just became a treacherous nightmare. Snow and ice, meanwhile, aren't the only culprits. Fewer hours of daylight obscure our vision, and the sun's glare reflecting off the snow can have a blinding effect. Rapidly changing weather conditions make it essential drivers remain alert and vigilant. Here are 10 winter driving tips to help make the experience safe and less stressful. Monitor weather and travel conditions. Know the difference between a winter storm watch and winter weather advisory, and how they could impact your plans. Think cautiously if you must drive in wintry conditions. Make sure your fuel tank is full. Clear all snow from your hood, roof, windows, and lights of your vehicle. Increase your following distance. Focus as far ahead as possible. Avoid hard braking. It could keep you from sliding into another vehicle or barrier. Not all vehicles respond similarly to icy, slippery roads. Familiarize yourself with the vehicle's braking system and traction. Don't panic if your vehicle becomes trapped in a storm or snowbank. Avoid exertion and exposure, and stay in the vehicle. Try to avoid secondary roads and drive with caution. Measure your speed to road and weather conditions. Plan your route and make sure someone knows which way you will be traveling, your destination, and expected arrival time, especially when driving long distances. Report a safe arrival. Leave room for maintenance vehicles and plows. Remain at least 200 feet behind them. Carry a winter survival kit in the trunk or storage area of your vehicle. Fully charge your cell phone, and always keep a road map, flashlight, first aid kit, blanket, and shovel in your vehicle. And finally, and most importantly, drive slowly. Take your time. The posted speed limits are meant for dry pavement, not winter conditions. So, please make sure you stay safe out there this winter season. Reporting for NCTV45, I'm Josh Sherman.
Well, Josh, a great story there. As the winter becomes treacherous here in western Pennsylvania, eastern Ohio. Once again, recapping, leave 6 car lengths behind an operating plow, especially with snow and ice. Now, we're going to bop over to NCTV45, Lawrence County weather, and see how your day and your week is shaping up. We'll be right back. These fine businesses provided funding for this program. Gatherings, Town and Country, and On Target. Elham's for one great dining experience. Today's programming furnished by a grant from Chalala and Carney Florist on Mill Street in Newcastle. Hello and welcome to Lawrence County 45 weather. And let's take a look at it as our buttons. After last night's overnight low of 27 with snow flurries about, how is the start of your week looking? Well, here's what you have. Some cold, wintry weather on the way. Let's take a look at the local radar. There you get precipitation moving off the lake, moving from the south through our area and national radar. A whole bunch of cloud cover. Just through the northern tier of the country. You got to get down to Texas and West Texas at that to see some clearing. That's going to give you a forecast that looks like this. 27 last night with snow flurries. Your Monday, 29 and 39. Sunshine peeks through. Tuesday, up to 50, but here comes the rain, 100% chance. Overnight, 36. Your Wednesday, we start to cool off some, 42 and 29. You get that icy, wintry mix, 90% chance, getting you into your Thursday. 42 and 30, we dry out again, as we'll be in and out of this weather pattern. Friday, 37 and 32, snow flurries, about 50% chance. Getting you into your Saturday, 35 and 25, icy, wintry mix, 60% chance. Now, as you get to your Sunday, 32 and 24, cooler and I might say cold. And that's going to be as your week looks. Now, we're going to take a look, recap with the weather chart, and then hear from these great sponsors who would like to hear from you. You've been watching Lawrence County 45 Weather. This program sponsored by Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company. Brian Ches, owner, call 724-498-4760. Brian would be glad to visit. Today's programming furnished by a grant from Joseph's Supermarket. Special thanks to Joseph's.
Los Amigos! Make sure to check out Los Amigos on West State Street, Newcastle, PA 16101. It's Los Amigos. Los Amigos! Los Amigos! Los Amigos!
Today's programming is brought to you by Nctv45 and NC Radio 450, Newcastle's community television station.
At our law firm, we see you. Come see us at lgkg.com.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for this edition of NCTV45 Newswatch. As you get out and about today, make sure you tell a friend, and have a friend tell a friend about NCTV45. They'll be glad you did. And when they say, oh, geez, I don't watch a lot of TV, why, you tell them this. That's right, we're NCTV45 The Train, and we're available anytime on your time. A train that runs on your schedule. Why, that's NCTV45. Now, as you go through your day, make sure you get that second cup of coffee and have a super day in what I call the greatest castle in the world in the county of Lawrence. Have a great day, everybody. See you again real soon.
Broadcasting from the greatest castle in the world in the county of Lawrence, NCTV45.
Entrusting your loved one to a funeral director is a very personal and emotional decision. The funeral director you choose must understand the importance of the decision you have made. When you call the William and Roger DeCarbo Funeral Home, I recognize what a privilege it is to be chosen at your time of need. We will provide you and your family with the best service possible, with sincerity and compassion.
The William and Roger DeCarbo Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1941.
Welcome to this week's Bible quiz. Merry Christmas edition of Bible quiz. 34 times we've met. 32 times Doc has been the champion. Twice. Lester, hang in there, brother. Question number 1. Please, audience members, please hold your applause. John will make the final decisions as our judge and pronunciation expert. Here we go. Question number 1. Is the book of Emmanuel and Johnny? Jeez. That's okay, John. You can do it, brother. John?
I'll give it.
Boy, he's a homer. Lester, go ahead. Neither is correct. 1-0 Lester. Thank you, John. Question number 2. What Old Testament prophet said the most about the birth of Christ? Was it Isaiah? Doc? 1-1. That's why he's the champion. Joe, that's why Doc is the champion. Lester.
See Lester last week.
Yeah, see what happens? Okay, question number 3. From Matthew 1:18. When Mary became pregnant, she and Joseph were married, engaged, just friends, or strangers. Doc.
Engaged.
They were engaged indeed. 2-1. Doc. Okay. Question. There's 6 questions, Doc. Okay. 2-1. Question number 4. In Luke 2:8-11, how did the shepherds learn of Christ's birth? The Magi informed them, the Joseph announcement, the mighty wind, or the angel appeared? Doc. I knew that from my catechism. 3-1. The angel appeared. Lester. 3-1. Okay. So right now, Les, you have to get the next 2 questions for a tie. If not, your losing streak continues, and for that, we applaud you. Question number 5. Where did the wise men go first when they arrived in the Holy Land? Did they go to Nazareth, Jerusalem, Bethlehem, or Hebron? Once again, Nazareth, Jerusalem, Bethlehem, or Hebron? Okay, I take a guess.
Go ahead.
Okay, your guess? Incorrect.
What are the choices?
Doc, I'm very shocked that you
Read the question.
Okay. When did the wise men, where did they go first when they arrived in the Holy Land? Did they go to Nazareth, Jerusalem? Bethlehem was incorrect, or Hebron?
I say part Jerusalem.
They went to Jerusalem. So, 4-1 Doc. And they stayed at the Holiday Express. Okay, question number 6. And our final question, Doc, on this Christmas edition of Bible Quiz 2023. What does the Bible record as to when Jesus was born? What does the Bible record as to when Jesus was born? Late September, December 25th, March 17th, or not at all? Lester. Not at all is correct. Great answer, Lester. So, on this edition, Doc 4, Lester 2, another win for Doc. His 33rd win on Bible Quiz. John, thank you for the correct judgmentship. Our audience, it's been a pleasure having you. We'll see you next year on Bible Quiz number 35. Have a happy holiday, happy new year, Merry Christmas. Hold your...
Losing a loved one is difficult, and the grief it puts on your family can be troublesome. Ed and Dawn DeCarbo Funeral Home and Cremation Incorporated strive to make the hardest time for you and your family a comfortable one. They can accommodate for large gatherings to smaller, private viewings.
Hello and welcome to NCTV45's Community Happenings. This for January 7th through the 13th of January. And let's get right to the Newcastle Public Library. Friends of the Library, a 501c3 dedicated to promoting and supporting, advocating for the library. New members are always welcome. Dues are $12 for the year. Friends of the Library operate the bookseller, which is still operating on the first floor of the library. Now, as we continue on with library news, Newcastle Public Library Book Talk will not meet in January, but will meet again February 5th at 9:30. They'll meet in the Copernicus room. Now, join like-minded adult fans of Me at Phantoms, 18 and over, from 5:30 to 8. The group meeting on the first Monday of the month. There will not be a January meeting. The club will be back in February. Remember, movie night on Wednesdays. Movies start at 5:30. That always a great time. Library Stitchers meet the first and the third Friday of the month, so no meeting this week, but they will be meeting on the 9th and at noon. And I have to really retract that because it won't be the 9th. The third Friday is the 19th. And so they'll be meeting on the 19th, as that was a typo. As we continue on, January 8th, Beatnik Cafe at 6 o'clock. It's an open mic environment. Call Sharon at 724-658-6659, extension 126, if you'd like to participate. January 9th, Grief Support Group, and that will be at 1 o'clock in the Copernicus room. Now, events for birth to 5th grade. Zoom time on Mondays. Go to the library website. That begins at 10. Pre-K Explorers on Tuesday, the 9th. That begins at 10 a.m. And then on Wednesdays, it's Mother Goose Story Time. That's January 10th, beginning at 10. Immediately following, We Build Mother Goose Socialization and Constructive Play. That will be at 10:30. Tweens and Teens Pokemon Club will meet Tuesday, January 9th at 4 p.m. Join the Discord if you're a member of the Pokemon Club and you want to chat about your favorite books or fandoms, just let us know. And they have a little address right on the website. Make Your Own Vision Board will happen Saturday, January 13th at 1 o'clock as we turn to the Elwood City Public Library. January 8th, Manipulative Mondays for children will be from 1 to 3. Afternoon book group for adults, Monday, January 15th at 1:30. Lego Duplex will take place January 9th from 1 to 3. 20-something book group Tuesday, January 9th at 7 o'clock. Just For You and Me book group won't meet until next week, which is the 16th, and that'll be at 6. As we continue through Coloring for Adults, Wednesday, the 10th at 10:30. Adult knitting will take place Wednesday, January 10th, and that from 12:30 to 2:30. Building Buddies, Wednesday, January 10th, 1 to 3. Continuing through down in Elwood City, Reading Buddies will take place, that's STEAM Saturday, January 13th at 10 o'clock. So make sure you check out those great activities down at the library. If you or your group has something going on, email us at nctv45@gmail.com, and we'll do our best to get it on for you. For NCTV45's Community Happenings, I'm Angelo Perrotta. Here's hoping you have a great week. Available anytime on your time. It's NCTV45.